Hello, Mandy's little munchkins. How are you all doing there? Today we are reading a book called Bobtail and his floppy ears. Is he a camel? Is he a rhino? What has big floppy ears? Looks like a rabbit. This book was written by, I just see it's illustrated by Gail Yarrell. I don't see who wrote it. Let's have a look inside. You want to give the author credit, hey? Let's see. It's by North Parade Publishing. Still can't find an author. No, well, looks like they just, the publishing company is the author and the lady drew the pictures. Okay, look how cute those little pictures are with the rabbits. It's very sweet. Okay, let's see what's going to happen with Bobtail and his floppy ears. Once upon a time, there lived a little rabbit called Bobtail. He lived in a burrow underground with Mommy Rabbit, Daddy Rabbit, and all his brothers and sisters. Looks very cozy in there. Look at that. That looks very cute, eh? Right. Bobtail had 4 sisters and 2 brothers. They were all named after the things that grew in the woodland outside their burrow, which Mommy Rabbit loved. Their names were Holly, Bluebell, Clover, Buttercup, Bramble, and Willow. That's all the brothers and sisters of Bobtail. Okay. Bobtail was the youngest bunny and the smallest of all, with tiny little ears, which, however hard he tried, would never stand up straight. He wasn't named after anything in the woods. He was called Bobtail because of his beautiful white fluffy tail, which bobbed along him with him wherever he went. Oh, isn't it cute? I think Bobtail's a nice name. Bobtail's brothers and sisters were jealous of his tufty little tail, and they made fun of his little droopy ears. "You're not a rabbit at all," they shouted. "We think you're a mouse." Oh, are they being mean to him? They're teasing him. That's not nice. Look how they're laughing and teasing him. No, that's just nasty. We don't do that, hey children. Bobbing along in the woods one day, Bobtail met a tiny little mouse collecting acorns for the winter. "Can I come live with you?" he asked. "I think I might be a mouse." "You're not a mouse," said the mouse. "I've got a long pink tail, and all my family have long pink tails. You can't be a mouse with a tail like that." And she pointed at his little tail. "Maybe you're a hedgehog," she said, and off she went. Oh my goodness, now he's really getting confused, eh? A little while later, Bobtail met a hedgehog searching for earthworms for his supper. "Can I come live with you?" he asked. "I think I might be a hedgehog." "You're not a hedgehog," said the hedgehog. "I am covered in spines. All my family is covered in spines. You can't be a hedgehog with fur like that." He pointed to Bobtail's fluffy, soft fur. "Maybe you're a squirrel." And off he went. See, hedgehogs have those spikes on them. Hey, they call them spines. It's definitely not a hedgehog. Soon Bobtail came across a squirrel running through the trees. "Can I please come live with you?" he said. "I think I might be a squirrel." Look at his little face. He's really looking lost. He's got a case of mistaken identity. He doesn't know who he is. "You're not a squirrel," said the squirrel, hurrying down from her tree to join him. "I've got a long, bushy tail, and all my family have long, bushy tails." She waved her tail in Bobtail's face and tickled him under his nose, made him sneeze. See that? She's tickling him with her tail. I don't think he's a squirrel. I don't think so. "Ah, ah, achoo!" he cried. All of a sudden, Bobtail's ears shot upwards, way above his head. They were the longest, straightest, most beautiful ears the squirrel had ever seen. You're a rabbit, she said. Yes, of course, I'm a rabbit. I've been a rabbit all along. Look at that. Achoo! And up came the ears. You just needed a good sneeze. Bobtail's brothers and sisters couldn't believe their eyes when he got home to the burrow that night. He had the longest ears of all of them and the tuftiest tail too. Oh, I think they really feel like that's not fair now. They liked his tail, but they made fun of his ears. Now they can't make fun of his ears because he's got the cutest ears and the fluffiest little tail. Right. I am a rabbit, he said proudly. You always were, said Mommy, tucking him into bed. Look how they sleep in hammocks and little beds. Isn't that cute? I feel like I want to go live in a little burrow now. That looks like fun. Okay. Yes, said Bobtail, but now I am the rabbitiest rabbit of all. And so he was. He's been tucked in. It looks like he's got a little rabbit for a teddy bear. Okay, his mom is tucking him into bed. Are you going to go to bed soon? Is your mommy or daddy tucking you into bed? Do you have your little teddy that you sleep with? It's very cute, eh? So, children, sometimes you might be a little bit different to other people, but you mustn't forget who you are. You are special in your own right, and one day everything might fall into place, and you too will be the most bobbiest tailed, pointiest eared little cutesy bunny that ever there was. Okay, we will see you again tomorrow for another reading. Bye.